There are inscriptions in stone and scripture that whisper of another age. An era where the air carried more than birds and breeze. Ancient India speaks in the language of flight. Vimanas, the vehicles of wind and wonder. Some texts name them as chariots of the gods. Some call them city skies, floating palaces above the plains. Their descriptions hint at craft, not only imagination. We hear wheels of brass, domes of smoke, and a spark of science. Yet the sources are as old as temples and as contested as sand. In the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, the Vimana appears in moments of crisis. Aerial journeys woven into epic battles and righteous vows. The Sanskrit word Vimana means a place of abode or a vehicle, depending on the scroll. Some scholars point to sections that sound like aerodynamics and propulsion. Others warn against reading modern engineering into myths. Then there is the Vaimanika Shastra, published in the early 20th century, claimed to be an ancient manual. It describes multiple designs, propulsive methods, even flight paths. The manuscript's authority is debated, its diagrams contested. It has drawn readers toward questions about what knowledge flourished in the past. What if the Vimana is less a machine and more a mirror? A mirror of human longing for speed, scale, and transcendence. What if ancient builders used poetry to map future possibility? What if the oldest drawings are also blueprints for imagination? Some witnesses speak of a device that bends wind with copper enchant. Some report that it rose with a hiss of gas or a plume of fire. Others insist the stories were ritual, not rivets and rivets. The truth might lie in the space between belief and doubt. If we listen, the stories invite a quieter aerodynamics, lift of myth, drag of skepticism. The hum of the chariot becomes the hum of inquiry. They remind us that curiosity is not only a feat of machines. They invite ethics as much as engineering, humility as much as ambition. The conversation is less about proving a flight and more about expanding perception. The possibility itself becomes a discipline. The culture that birthed these tales asks us to test our own boundaries. The lesson is not conquest, but wonder tempered by responsibility. If any truth survives the centuries, it is that wonder can be a discipline. The mind trained to ask questions travels farther than the body. To imagine a Vimana is to imagine a culture capable of discipline and devotion. To imagine a Vimana is to imagine the edges of possibility widening. The story becomes a classroom for ethics, not a battleground for proof. A gentle reminder that the oldest myths still ask us to grow. The air is thick with reverence and risk. The ground beneath is a memory. In the end, ancient India offers a map that is as much interior as exterior. A map drawn in temple shadow and starlight. A map that invites patient observation, not blunt assertion. The Vimana may be a rumor, a legend, a doorway, or perhaps a seed planted by a culture daring to dream with open eyes. The question becomes, what does flight mean to a civilization? What does it reveal about our own longing to rise? If we listen closely, the echoes lead inward. The real aerodynamics unfold in the breath between questions. The mind learns to ride the wind of inquiry without breaking its own mercy. The narrative calls us to examine pride, restraint, and care. And so the journey remains open. unanswered in total bright impossibility. The Vimana becomes a symbol of human curiosity without fear. The ancient world asks us to imagine with ethics. The sky above is not merely space, but a classroom. The question stays with us, a prompt to explore our own limits. If you listen, the path through mystery becomes a path through self. The Life Saga invites you to look inward as you look outward. The flight we seek begins in attention, ends in responsibility. The traveler within learns to weigh possibility with care. The ancient engines of imagination are within us. The next step is to walk with curiosity, not certainty. The end is not an answer, but a practice. The search continues, and so do you. The life you live is the only long voyage that matters. The questions you carry are enough to keep you moving. The Vimanas story becomes a mirror for your own ascent. This is the mystery that teaches us to become more human. If you are listening, the question is already changing you. The air you breathe is a current toward wonder. The mind that dares to imagine carries the future in its hands. The episode invites you to test your own limits with care. And the journey continues beyond the screen.